What up, Temple Nerds? Randy here with Nerds Templar, chillin' in the third iteration of our Quartermasters Vodcast, where we check out what I have for sale on TCGPlayer. Super interesting, I know. It's basically a shopping turns Nerds Templar into a shopping channel, you could say, when we do this. But hey, whatever, man. I'm selling stuff, so here it is. Like, subscribe, helps out. We just hit 50 subs, so that's awesome. Super quick. In our last stream, we had like 4 subs, so that was great. Thank you all. Thank you to everybody who has subbed at this point. We're inching closer and closer to 100, which is when I promised I would do the first giveaway of Pokemon stuff. We made 2 sales since last time. I think I'm up to 5 now. Were we able to see that in that search right here a moment ago? Right here. Yeah, 5 sales. Awesome. I apologize to the last 2 sales, though. One was just made, I believe, last night. The other one was 2 nights ago, maybe at this point. I tried to print out the invoices, or whatever you call them, the printing receipts that you send along inside the package. But the printer I usually use, the toner was low/out apparently, because I wouldn't print them. So I was actually then going to use my sister's printer this morning, but then realized and this was some news that also is related to the Temple Foundry Vodcast, where we do creative things where I talk about the board games and other things, stories that I have created. I have a printer on the way. I finally found a good one for $100 on Amazon that can also print decently heavy cardstock, and that's actually going to come in today. And so I'll just wait till that happens. It'll be here before noon, which is usually when things come. I'll grab it, I'll hook it up, I'll print out those slips, and then I'll get those packages out today for those 2 people who bought one bought just, both of them only bought 1 card. Again, just like the Sisu with Disney Lorcana, but this time, finally, we made 2 sales of Pokemon cards. First, I don't know actually which one was first. No, I think first was the Manaphy, stamped Manaphy prize pack card, so that was great. And the other one was our Alakazam EX, sitting right here. Oh, you can't see that camera, but here he is. Boom, pulled by us. Oh, and also maybe one of those, I think it was one of those same people, then messaged me and said they were interested in my Charizard that's on here for 113-ish. Let's just go to the last page real quick to see that. And man, it's so hard to sell. Yeah. But yeah, it's I guess I'm gonna do it if he wants it. He wanted pictures first, which is fine with me. Probably get them to him right after this stream ends, and I will also mention to him that he can watch I'll tell him which episode and probably around the timestamp he can use to watch me opening this on stream, see that pulled from the pack. Also, he can just have new pictures of the card, but that's good proof, I think, that it's my card. It's not just some random pictures being taken. Also, this thing you're seeing up in the side of the screen there, up this way, that is the last/first episode of the Foundry Vodcast, which I mentioned just a bit ago. That's just going to be running up there. It's at 1.25 times speed. Could probably even put it up to 1.5. In fact, I will do that. I don't think it'll be distracting. There's not much to distract from here. We're just going to be chatting, chilling, talking about, just looking at what's on here, and also I'll show some other cards that I think I'll probably be posting shortly. And I'll just mention also now, I think some of the stuff that I have to look through still, we won't be looking at today, but I have a lot of course, Scarlet Violet cards. I might start posting some of those on. I've just been sticking to later Sword and Shield stuff that only has about a year left in Standard. I think I'll now increase, now that my stock has increased to 500, and we're quickly making our way to 21 sales, which will increase us to 50,000 postable things, max stock. I figured I'd start thinking about that. But once we get to 50,000, I'll basically just post all the cards that I feel are worthy of being sold online. Because again, a lot of these I think I can sell in person for much more, actually, without dealing with the cost of shipping and all that too. Some reverse hollows here. I don't think we'll look at any of these, but yeah. Just pulling some cards out from a different stack I have here. Just yeah. Let's see, where else? What else do we have here? Okay, yeah, one more little stack, and that's that. They have some older cards here that had been posted. You still can't see. We'll wait for that. We'll look at those in a moment. But for now, yeah. So this is what we got. The Manaphy, the Alakazam EX are now gone, technically. And perhaps the Charizard EX, that might also be going. Anyway, yeah, you can check out on that side over there. I guess it's that side over there. The Temple Foundry Vodcast will be running. Really what we were doing in that stream, the first one, and we'll probably be doing for a bit, is basically just soliciting artists out there for their help in making some artwork. That's what I was also going to mention. I have a trading card game that I'm working on. I'm just going to mention this quickly because it's for the Foundry stream, which is what we do on Tuesdays now. No, Mondays. Yeah, Mondays and Tuesdays still Pokemon Collection. As tomorrow will also be Pokemon Collection Friday evening, the big one, the big stream. Yeah, Monday mornings we do the Foundry. We are just trying to get some artwork for our card games. 2 different card games, actually 3 different card games, 2 of which though are going to use the same artwork. One is like an actual trading card game, tactical card game is what I call it. Something that something that you would imagine like an MTG or a Pokemon or a Yu-Gi-Oh type game. But then I also have one that's like a 1 deck type of, and there you see finally one of the first pictures come up. And these are all AI generated images, by the way, just so you know. And that's just, if you want to look at those in bigger detail, just go to that stream, check out that stream. It's the only one on there, the Temple Foundry Vodcast so far. And you can actually watch that video in full size if that catches your interest. Do that later though. Hang out for this stream and then do that later on. Watch the VOD. But yeah, all AI generated. Just trying to get card images. The 1 card game is normal, and the other one like it is just a 1 deck game. You kind of go around. It can be 2 to 4 players perhaps, and I'll probably have an expansion to make it able to go up to 8, which just is going to be more cards that you could add to the deck, to make it work for more players. But that's actually going to use a lot of the same. Actually, it's going to use all artwork from the bigger game, if that makes sense. It is an older game that I made, but it uses the same characters. They're all fantasy age characters. So I'm going to probably start with the same artwork, and in fact, probably going to make the artwork first for this small game because it's already been tested many times. It's playable. I can easily probably do some card making testing because I can print some cardstock cards out with this printer I'm getting. I have some 100-pound cardstock coming, which should be decently heavy enough to make some okay cards. And I think I might start with just like messing around making some of those cards for that game before I then, once I kind of master it, if you will, make some cards for this other game. But even then, they're just going to be prototype things. But still, yeah, it's just trying to find people that want to give some artwork. Also have the Discord in the description now, Discord link there. Have the Discord channel up and ready to go. Anyway, reverse hollow, stamped energy there from prize pack series 2 or 3. A lot of these, I've been saying these low ones may go. I may take them off soon. They're like under 25 cents, honestly. Some of the ones that are used, like Bidoof, might stay on there. Dark Patch might stay on. But the ones that aren't, I might take off. Dusk Noir. Can probably get more than this for hollows and reverse hollow rares. So, in person, that is. I kind of want to keep all these deck exclusives on here. Get rid of those to people who want the deck exclusives for whatever reason. If I would want them for for Yu-Gi-Oh! If I was trying to remake all the old decks that I have some cards of, but I don't think I'd want to do that because like the Yugi deck, I have like nothing of. I don't have his Dark Magician anymore, which is unfortunate. I can never remember where my Blue Eyes. I think it's from a like 2003 tin or something. You'll eventually see some Yu-Gi-Oh cards being posted up here, as well as more Disney Lorcana. But for now, just kind of sticking to the Pokemon bulk that we got from the auction, as well as some of my own prize pack cards that I'm willing to part with. Oh yeah, also one moment please. Let me, since things are a little wonky right now, as I have the other monitor is playing the old stream in the corner there for you. I actually have to bring up, if I want to see the chat. There we go. Okay. I had to bring up something else to look at. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. No chats up until this point. All right. Yeah, I'll watch that on my phone then, kind of. I'll try to at least. Somehow. Also have it's hard to show too much right now. Again, I'm kind of waiting. Gotta wait on just the legal part of things. I think if I'm going to be testing games outside of my most intimate testers, which would be my family, you know, who I don't have to worry about, I'll probably get some people I know, some, you know, the buddies I've made in the playing Pokemon and chilling down at the comic shop. I might try to get those guys and some of the other guys like that around locally in person to like come by to the place here and like sign an NDA or something to play some games to help me test them. I'll probably even, you know, I'll probably reimburse them for their time. But like just to get something happening, but the best I can think right now is to do it that way. Just get some people in person to sign that I slightly, you know, can slightly trust. Although the trust level doesn't have to be as high if I'm having them sign something like that, so that would basically pass as a legal document. So I guess that's the best way I can go. But like you can see in the stream over there on the side, there are some things I could show, and we're kind of forming the Fantasy Age universe as we went. All that stuff's AI generated. Is just kind of to wet the palate, or you know, spark some inspiration in real artists out there to make their own thing. Some of them don't even need that much inspiration. Maybe it was more just like me giving some audible guidelines more than looking at any of the visuals. Just like, again, we're looking at a bunch of the human units, human characters, which will be blue colored armor and stuff. So it will see the different ones in the future. Actually, because you can't hear what is being said there, I should probably remind you, well, you should also check it out on the actual stream if any of this interests you, like I mentioned. But we'll see later the elves, which are in yellow. They should actually be green. We'll see the dwarves in, I believe, red, which are supposed to actually be yellow. And we'll see the giants, which are sometimes green colored in green, and they're supposed to be normal colored and wearing red. They're not green colored wearing green, they're normal colored wearing red. Anyway, that's enough of all that. I'm probably going to mention that several other times as we go through here. I'm just super excited because I finally found a good printer for cheap that I can use for, again, making some actual cards. I've been using other ones. Actually, I bought some that are like, I bought some blank cards on Amazon for pretty cheap a while back, and that's what I use to make that simple card game. It's like a 50 card deck, and all 2 to 4 players use that same deck, and you kind of, you know, you go around playing cards on top of each other. That one I was able to make. It's nothing fancy. It's just stuff written on the cards, so there's no pictures or anything. But that would be the next goal, to get some pictures on there, right? It's so hard to, again, like I was saying, to show you like much. But this is kind of something I'm working with. It's going to look like any standard card, and actually it'll probably change a lot from what this looks like. But this is basically what a card's going to look like. In fact, I think the whole star thing might change. And also legendary and the stars is actually denoting the same thing. So it'll probably end up being, and this is also a colorless thing that you're seeing here. That's where the picture would be. It'd probably be extended down to where you see my finger going, and have kind of like I like maybe how Yu-Gi-Oh is set up. I think we'd have less space at the top of the card. Maybe bring the border, the portrait of the border of the portrait would probably come almost the whole way to the border. We'd maybe have a little piece there, kind of like Pokemon does. They come pretty much. Oh wait, this one actually does come the whole way to the end. I just noticed. That's not on all the cards though. Oh, maybe the stadium might be a little different because it still has an extra border. That was more of what I was thinking. Maybe have a Tada, more of a like a little space there between the border of the card and the border of the portrait. But then have the portrait come down as far as Yu-Gi-Oh does there. So you're just looking at, and we won't probably have any card text that is that much. It says that much. So we could probably go like a point higher in font. And then also, several other things that are totally different that you can't really use those cards to change. But I think because of the different colors that will be used to also depict different things about the rarity and the level and stuff like that, I might remove this where it says legendary. That depicts the level 5-ness of this card here, this sample piece of paper card. And so the stars might take the place of where it says legendary. You might just put all the stars right up at the top left here. And so almost like you could stack them on top of each other and kind of still see the stars, if you will. Anyway, that's, again, enough of that for now. Probably talk more about it in 2 more seconds. But yeah, most of these were newly posted, these full arts in the Vs and things like that. V stars. These hollows have been here for a bit. But yeah, please join the Discord, even if you don't have like art things that you would want to give. We have a lot of other things that we're searching for ideas for. We want, any input you guys have, you can give for our Fantasy Age universe. I asked, I think, several other questions about what we should do, I think, with other things in that stream, especially toward the end when we get into the other universe, which is called Wildlands. I have several other questions, many more pictures that I would need for that too, but other questions just for lore stuff. And names, names are always good, especially for the Wildlands game. If you want to give some cool names for the characters there, or for some offshoot types of characters that aren't the main ones, do that too. And I know this is supposed to be the Quartermaster stream here. I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I already mentioned going up in sales here. A couple things sold newly. So that was pretty nice. And here's what we got. Zacian V, Star, awesome card. Full art, Berserker V, Galarian, Berserker V, obviously. I don't think there's any other type of Berserker. Got all these other cards. I'm kind of surprised that the guys that bought like the Manaphy and the Alakazam EX found no other card that they felt was worth getting here. But hey, maybe they just have everything else already. I'm thinking about giving both of them, since they bought Pokemon cards, one of the, I don't have them sitting here, but one of those Professor's Research promos. Mine's sitting here, at least. This thing. I still have 49 of them wrapped up in their little baggies, cellophane thing. So I think both of these guys will probably end up getting one of those, especially the guy that buys the Charizard EX. If it's the same guy that bought one of the others, I'll just give him one, though. Man, hopefully at some point we'll be able to find the Charizard EX again for a little cheaper and re-purchase it for ourselves, for our own collection. And let's just hope that maybe if this guy does buy our Charizard, then we'll hope that that can help us just to springboard our business here a little bit with a nice $100 boost. Cinderace, Brandon up here at the most expensive of my cards for sale currently. The Sisu was the most single, most valuable card I've sold so far, which was $5-ish. Pretty sure. And Alakazam EX was $1.50 or something like that. I think Manaphy was maybe about $2, a little over $2. There's Near Mint Hollow stamped Switch card, 2 of those. And we got our sealed stuff there. Bunch of Lorcana decks that'll probably just end up selling in person for $10. A lot easier to get that price probably in person, unless we just wait a bit and see where the market price goes, because they'll probably all go up eventually. They're all new. The whole game's new. So, and I don't have any first chapter decks. Those are the ones that would actually already be going up in value. But even the Rise of the Floodborns and the Inklands will both go up soon. Should just call them Floodborn and Inklands, because that's basically all you need to know, huh? Spark Rebellion, 2 packs of that left. 2 of these of our 3 still posted on here. Is this going up in price yet? Up in value? And it's staying pretty even. Actually, it's staying really, really even. But yeah, I don't know. Again, that's something we could easily sell for probably $20 in person. If not just open ourselves and make more than, perhaps make more than the, I don't know, $10 or something that we would actually end up getting by selling this online for that price. Same here, honestly. For a league battle deck, quick ball, probably the same thing there. Probably be able to get 15, at least get 10 for that in person, not having to deal with all the other stuff. Although this also is going for $10 shipping. Keep that in mind. That would probably end up making it about $10, maybe a little more than $10 if I sold it online. For me, net, that is. At the end of the day. And finally, good old Charboy. Man, it's so hard. It is. I know I keep saying it, but I don't know why I even posted it on here in the first place. I should have just taken it. But I shouldn't care so much. But it is such a cool card. It was my own pull. But hey, whatever. Whatever. It's a good price. It's a good price that it's going for right now. It's actually not too high, I would also say. It's a nice price to buy it at if you want it. It's also not too bad price to sell at if, I don't know why that was up. Not a bad price to sell at if, I guess you don't really care to have it immediately. So that's that. Let's check out, and I have to bring over this thing here. That's weird. Very strange. All right. Yeah, there's our Charizard. Chorazord. Oh. So just keep these down here. Why not? Okay. Okay. This is from our own collection when we were opening our Battle Styles ETB. Still all our bulk sitting out. In fact, you know what? Look at this. I should say duplicates. Look at all those duplicates from the Battle Styles Elite Trainer box. That is nuts. That's a lot of duplicate cards. That's what they're all from. But hey, whatever. Got here our most of the hollows and stuff we have for sale, chilling in there right now. But usually these two are not chilling in there, but they were what I was doing something back here. But those, yeah, of course, the Alakazam EX, that'll be gone soon. And then, yeah, this is one of the more expensive cards, our cool Hollow Darkness Energy from Series 1, stamped, prize pack. Hard to know where to put this over on this side. Just move this. Our one decent Silver Tempest hit from our last stream. Not bad. I mean, it's only worth 50 cents ish, but cool card. Not for sale, but whatever. We also then have, yeah. So these are mostly already posted. These top ones are all on there now. They're all sleeved, as you can see. All these are on there. And then we get to some random reverse hollows, commons and uncommons, pretty much, I think, all of them. Some of them maybe not bad. Again, these are all, these must be the only late Sword and Shield reverse hollows I got. You can see maybe a couple on there that are worth maybe posting. The Cinchino, the Minchino, I don't know if they're any good or not. I don't know if there's a reason to post them. Let's see about the, it'd also maybe be the Regenerative Energy. Ultra Ball, of course, wouldn't be bad. That might go up there. I don't see the Cinchino is probably no good. The Minchino, though, this Minchino is the Call for Family one from Brilliant Stars, so that could be good. I see we're in the Foundry stream there on the left there. We're now in the Elves. Again, I will mention they're supposed to be wearing green. They're like, you know, woodland dwelling. You can also see in the background there, it's the background's supposed to be like a woodland, you know, forest city, elven forest city. So that's that stack. Some reverse hollows at the end. This stack here is the new one that's going to be going up soon. I think some of these we may have had posted. Yeah. All of these, not the Mimikyu, which is the stamped version, that was not, but all of these other ones were at one point on there because they're not worth a whole lot. I think they're all rare reverse hollows though, except the Dracloak is a regular hollow. Again, you'd never see me handling the cards like this except when they're sleeved. So there's those. And these as well. They're also sleeved, but they're all with the tight-fitting ones. These Play Pokemon promo or prize pack cards. Actually, these cards are not here, sleeved right here. They were all potential postings, but like especially like the Charizard, I ended up not doing because I can get a lot more probably in person for these. I have several of the Charizards. You can see all of them sitting there. Again, Pokemon Go, Charmeleon, and Charmander. Squirtles. Thought there was a Wartortle, yep. Gapejaw Bog. Not bad. Those were actually, I think, on there. Silene. I think I had all these cards already posted, so most of them will probably go back on. I think they were close enough. Pikachu won't. I don't think these will, though. Actually, we still have Ralts on there. I just have a bunch of these. So I didn't post all of them. I think I only have 4 posted for sale. 2 extra. I actually kept 4 for myself because I think I might try to use them before they rotate out. In fact, before my Gardevoir EX deck changes completely, because Curlia will rotate out next year. And Energy Lottos. Oh, and Cleaver, of course, too, at the very end. And that first, I just had this random one booster trick or trade card there from whichever one that is. I don't know. Probably the first one, actually, because that's an older card. There's that. Again, some of those will be posted, some won't. Maybe about half and half. Oh, we got 2 EVs there in the back as well. Probably won't end up posted because, again, EVs probably end up getting a decent bit for those in person for someone who finds them. Or just, again, ends up buying the entire bulk lot that I have sitting. So, again, these are all, these are all stamped. They may not all get posted, but they're all potentially going to be if they are for the right price. Kyogre, Hollow, Ordinary Rod, Fog Crystal. I think these are in order from most valuable to least. So the ones you see on the top are more likely to get posted than the ones toward the bottom. Yes, so Kyogre, Ordinary Rod, Fog Crystal, Flaffy, Hollow Grotto, Hollow Trekking Shoes, Mirage Gate, Hollow Magma Basin, Rescue Carrier, 2 Hollow Whale Lords, Leafy Camo Poncho, Lost Vacuum, Regular Trekking Shoes, Archeops, Moltres, Roseanne's Backup, Hollow Malamar, which I think, no, never mind, that's Chilling Rain, Hollow Featherball, Grant, Toolbox, Sky Sealstone, and 2 Edezus at the end. So yeah, some of those not too bad, but I think the ones that I would have posted I just didn't because I didn't have enough inventory space anymore. But now I do. So at least some of those will go on. What else? What else? I can't really show you the can't really show you any of the other cards I have because I haven't really gone through them enough. But for the record, I got a bunch of Japanese cards too, and some of them are decent, and I may or may not end up trying to sell some of these singly on TCGPlayer. These are all regulars, but I do have some reverse hollows. So if there's any like a reverse hollow Drifloon that ends up, if it's worth like, I don't know, 50 cents Japanese or something, then I might try to sell it, but I don't think it'll be that much. But I have a ton of these. Way too many Japanese cards for my liking. I personally have no use for them. I guess some people maybe like to collect those. Who knows? I guess some people also use them, but not usually. I think there's a role that you can have like 3 or 4, but that doesn't make any sense to me because they're totally different cards. They're lighter and thinner than all the other, like the international versions of Pokemon cards. I have some Korean ones here too that are the same as English ones, except that the language is the only difference. The Japanese are the only ones made with the different card back and actually different card stock completely. But that's it. Yeah, that's all the stuffs we have. Some potential stuffs. I'm happy things are getting sold. I mean, we're definitely making some headway here. If we end up selling Charizard, I'll probably end up buying a booster box of some sort. Will it be Pokemon? Who knows? It may end up being something else. It'll probably be whatever I find on sale that I feel is worth getting. It'll be something we probably end up holding on to for a bit, but I'm hoping it's something I can find to resell relatively quickly. Although then I'm also kind of tempted. What I would really like to do is start being able to buy 2 booster boxes of new sets every time they come out. That'll be in the future at some point once we have the money to spare on something like that. Along with getting our Elite Trainer boxes every time those come out. And for other games like Lorcana, getting the Illumineers Trove every time the new one comes out. Or The Yu-Gi-Oh! What makes Yu-Gi-Oh! A little different, all I really would have to do for that is get a booster box. I'd end up getting 2 because I would like to have one for myself to open, and then also have one to hold on to sell at some point. That's kind of the goal. That's what we'll kind of work toward here. I think it'll work out. And then we'll also, of course, be selling our own collection stuff. But I think if we're opening bigger things like booster boxes more often, booster boxes and then the Elite Trainer boxes and Lumineers tropes, things like that that are always bigger, we're going to get more hits. And that means that we'll be able to probably end up selling more cards from our own personal collection that are not only just cards like Charizard, but actual duplicates of cards like, not as good as Charizard perhaps, but duplicates of cards that may be worth $20, $30, maybe even $50, and start making a decent bit back that way while we wait for the entire booster boxes, sealed boxes, to increase in price. It's kind of like a collecting, investing mishmash. And it makes more sense in my opinion, because if someone is going to solely just get Pokemon products solely to invest in Pokemon cards for investment purposes and nothing more. I mean, I guess, yeah, to each his own, but that's kind of like saying the best thing I can think of in the whole world to invest in is Pokemon cards. That's what I'm going to spend all my time investing in, is Pokemon cards, because to me, that is the best investment of all investments. Now, from a collector's perspective who's also investing, it's like, okay, I'm collecting Pokemon cards already. I enjoy this. It's something I like doing. The cards are cool. I like collecting the cards themselves. In fact, I even like battling with them properly, the way they're meant to be used, things like that. Adding into that, investing in the cards themselves, because you'll eventually probably end up selling your collection off as well, which is itself an investment in a sense. Investing a little further in the thing you're already investing in due to the fact that you enjoy that thing makes some sense, right? That investment makes sense. You're not just investing in it because you feel like Pokemon is the greatest thing you could possibly invest in. You're just investing in it because you're already invested in it in some sense, right? That's my little rant, because I do find it a little funny that people just invest in Pokemon solely to invest in the cards, not to open the things ever. Just like, this is my path of investing for the future, is Pokemon cards. It's sort of what it ends up doing is kind of preying on the people who do like to collect, which ends up the majority being kids. So you're kind of preying on kids who want to, enjoy the cards when they're younger. It's a little different again when you're someone who enjoys the cards and you're investing in them, but I digress. Anywho, yeah, that's what we got, guys. That's what we got. Eventually, like I said, you'll see a lot more Lorcana, a lot more Yu-Gi-Oh! I may end up posting some of my One Piece stuff. And also, I know we haven't checked out the eBay store. There's really nothing to look at right now. I just got, you know what, let's, I guess, check it out real quick here. So I have a bunch of other windows open anyway, I might as well. Let's see. I'm not really actually sure how to get to a particular shop. Saved sellers. Okay, they want me to sign in. I don't really want to do all that. Okay, well, yeah, I just have like old cards, like random stuff, Skybox, whatever superheroes universe, comic verse cards, Premier Edition, the early '90s, same or all the early '90s Toxic High School cards, probably maybe one of the first sets of those as well, and 1983 Superman 3 Topps cards from the movie, still with the like whatever 30-year-old gum in there. 40-year-old gum. Oh my goodness, yeah, 40-year-old gum. Don't eat that if you buy those packs. That's your warning disclaimer. Do not eat the 40-plus-year-old gum inside the Superman 3 packs, but please buy them. Even if it's just to have like the piece of gum on display and see how long it lasts. I have them in like bulks of like 4 lots of 4 per purchase or whatever, and then you get discounts if you buy more of the lots. And I think I have in the notes, if you buy all of the lots together, then I'll throw in the couple extra packs that didn't fit into the lots of 4, because I have like 34 packs of each, I think. So, you know, if you buy all the lots together, ends up being 32 packs. So if you buy them all, I'll throw in the extra 2 packs that I would have left over. But if that doesn't happen and I end up with the extra 2 packs of all these different cards, I'll end up opening them at some point on stream. We'll hang out, check those out, and then I will have 40-year-old pieces of gum to display, and I will do that. Anyway, that's about all. Oh yeah, we'll also be checking out in the future probably more Star Wars Unlimited. I'll probably end up looking at more, because I mean, there's a lot of time. We got a lot of time left to go here. So what is happening? Oh, I'm just super far behind. That's annoying. I don't know why that happens. Oh yeah, you're still looking at the wrong screen. I'm flipping everything around. Yeah, you didn't really need to look at anything over here anyway. I guess I did. No, I guess I didn't really talk about anything over here. But yeah, I was just mentioning Star Wars Unlimited. We'll probably end up checking out again in the future. Much more. Because again, we got a lot of time to go, right? Just I guess all depends on how it fits in between all the other stuff. But then Union Arena will be coming in October. We'll definitely be checking that out. Probably see some of that stuff on here too, I'd imagine. So Magic, I highly doubt. Although I was tempted because of all the hype around this whatever Bloomborough thing, these humanoid stuff. Oh yeah, now also speaking of, we're in the Foundry stream over on the dwarves now, which are in red. They're supposed to be yellow, right? Okay, just so you know, in case your interest is piqued over there, looking at all those AI generated images of me trying to get artists to make me stuff for free. Thanks, guys, if you do have some extra time to doodle around it for me. Again, come chill on the Discord either way, whether you're going to do that or not. You have plenty of other stuff to do. Well, we will eventually, at least. Right now, the Discord is super bare bones. Check out the description. But yeah, the dwarves are supposed to be yellow. The elves are supposed to be green. And the giants we'll see next are supposed to be red. The humans are blue. They're supposed to be blue. There was the only ones I had right in these generated pictures here. Anyway, yeah, Bloomborough seemed like there was a lot of hype behind that. I kind of was like, I don't really have the funds to do it, but if I did, that would have maybe been one that I considered doing a little investing in. Same with if there's any of the cool, like Assassin's Creed, I would have maybe considered. I definitely, if I was doing this and had the funds to do it around Lord of the Rings, I would have definitely invested heavily in Lord of the Rings. That would be pretty much, if you would see me getting any Magic stuff for myself, it would be Lord of the Rings stuff. Speaking of if I do make that sale and I have a bit of extra to sell at the moment, I have some stuff already sort of picked out that I may get that it seems like it's really good deals right now. But then, like I said, I'm also going to be really tempted now, and maybe I'm going to try to hold off on doing this until maybe a little bit further in the future as we evolve here, our channel and our business, if you will, and evolves. Might wait. This is really, I'm not sure I like the whole new thing here. I'm not sure how I get out of, oh wait, I'm not in my shop anymore. I just want to look at I just want to look at sealed products. Yeah, maybe I'll just have to wait on it. But I am going to be really tempted to get new stuff that comes out, like this $80 for the new. Oh, this isn't the. Oh, there's Charizard again. This isn't the new one, right? Yeah, this is the last one that came out, not the new one. But yeah, oh, man, that's super tempting. The new ones are going to be super tempting all the time now. But I think I need to hold off and I need to look for the best deals for now. And eventually, then we can move into, because it's always going to be a decent deal. It's like a very safe investment. You don't know exactly how long down the line it's going to be that good safe investment, but it will eventually be, and it's probably not going to be too far in the future. That you can pretty much just get booster boxes when they come out for like the the regular, whatever you call it, MSRB price, market value, and you're still going to make money on it later on. So that'll be a thing in the future, but I think I can maybe go faster. That's kind of the goal. How can we start investing the more short-term investments first, and then once we build up the funds, then get to the long-term investments. But we are actually now, as you can hear, focusing a little more on investing, and selling, purchasing for collection, but then also reselling stuff, doing all that stuff. I guess kind of making it a bit more 50-50 than obviously before, when we just started collecting. It was just for the fun of it. I mean, I just randomly went out and bought some Pokemon card packs and went for it because I felt like doing it. And then it's evolved into this. This is where we're at. So sometimes I feel like it's just like the different cultural things that I pick up on, and then I end up falling into like this, like every bunch of hype around Pokemon, and then I end up getting into it. But that's what most people end up doing. It's what happens. Some of us do. I think to some degree, I also am able to go my own way because I really don't follow the culture or know what it's ever doing, nor do I care because it's so woke that I don't want to know what it's doing ever. Now we're into the giants who look like a bunch of orcs or trolls or something. That's the best one. I'm going to keep probably hovering over them. You'll see. The only one that has normal colored skin, because that's what I'm going for. And they're also supposed to be dressed in red, like really rough looking red armor. It could be brown leather, but then with a little bit of red involved. You'll see some that, well, they were supposed to have green armor, but I don't know how many actually ended up with green colored armor. They were just green themselves. Again, AI things. That one's pretty good too if he was colored the right way. Anyway, yeah, that one also is decent if he's colored the right way. They're also, I kept mentioning, they're not supposed to have that weird like ogre mouth thing going on there. They're just supposed to have a normal face. Yeah. Where is? Oh, go figure. Fairies are going to be the big thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! If they aren't already, huh? Because I know they have another one. Didn't it? I thought it came out already. Not really interested in any other card games, I would say. One Piece I do on my own. That's why you might see some of my cards posted on later. Here's one I have. I'm not usually going to show these because the immorality of them, but this one could be worse, I suppose. And I might wait, but I would sell it, but it had gone down in price. But it is worth, right now it was worth about $40. It's the Utah alternate art or something like that. So pretty cool card. It's definitely my best one at the moment. I actually pulled that the day after I had a bad Friday of Pokemon, and then I did. Oh yeah, it was the same day as my Illumineers Trove stream. I did some One Piece on my own in the morning because I felt bad about the Pokemon opening. Pulled this that was worth 40, and then ended up in Illumineers Trove pulling three cards that were total worth about 50. all of which we may sell. We sold the cheapest of those three, worth 5. That was the Sisu. We have one that's worth 10, and then one that's worth 35, I believe. Wait, right? Is that 30? Yeah. The 35 one is the Diablo Legendary, just an unhollow version, but still worth 35 or something like that, I believe. It might have even been going up in price. I'll probably end up selling that quick. Sydney bumping and bopping around behind me. Can you see her? Almost. She's right there. She's right there. Where'd you? There she is. There's the puppy dog. Yeah, she's a goofball. All right, I have 50 minutes in. I guess that's fine. Thanks to anyone who did chill with me. I see there was no chatters today, but that's fine. Thanks to anyone who chilled. Go check out those other streams. Go check out the shops. Go buy something. Definitely helps out the stream. It's kind of, you can think of it almost as a semi-donation to the channel. Definitely helping us out by doing that. Also help us out just by liking and commenting and subscribing. I'm not sure why. This camera should be faced pointing like this entire way over here, and I'm not sure how it got so far the other direction. It's strange. Because you can barely even see my shelf of stuff. There we go. That's a little better, but this is not how it's not even close to where it's supposed to be. Yeah, cool. So I'm not sure what I'm actually opening tomorrow for the Pokemon stream. I might just have to do some random stuff. We have 3, well, not random, but we have 3 different sealed things up here still. I think this Jolteon tin I'm sort of pointing to here will wait on that old Jolteon. These 2 up here in the middle have our grass and water stacking tins. I think maybe we will maybe open both of those. I don't know. That's really all I can think to do because we only have those 3 things and then that Palkia V Star League Battle deck. That's it. That's all we got. And the one repackaged thing for $2 that I'm kind of saving for a small Tuesday stream. I don't really want to go buy anything either because, again, like I said, I'm sort of saving. I wonder if this, I thought about it, I just didn't think about it too much. I was hoping it wouldn't affect my 2 streams a week thing by attempting to save for larger products instead of buying, several small things. I think, like, as much as I want to, like, kind of go straight to buying booster boxes to help my investments, I think we might just have to stay with, like, ETBs to begin with. Maybe we'll get an extra Elite Trainer box every time. That's about, we're talking like half as much money there, right? So get 2, open 1 for ourselves, keep 1 back, slowly probably. And then maybe we can even get other things. I feel like if I have the funds ready to go, I can usually find decent deals and or find products that are going to go up in price very quickly when they come after they come out or something like that, based on just like even like blisters, 3-pack blisters that just have a good promo or something in them, like an Eevee or an Eeveelution, basically. Just buy a bunch of those or something to hold on to for, I don't know, a couple months or something until they go up in price and then sell them off. Just do that for a bit, I guess, until we reach the point where we can just do booster boxes. And I'd prefer probably just to stick with those. And then any other cool thing that might come out, even if it's like bigger. But then as we do that, then we can branch off into other games and do the same thing there, because there's other games that seem like they are kind of just as easy to read sometimes. And I'm getting a little more well versed with both Lorcana and Yu-Gi-Oh, I would say, honestly. Again, kind of not with One Piece because I've been focusing on others since I don't stream One Piece stuff. But I do want to kind of, especially as the business grows, I will be getting more and more into the One Piece stuff, just not on stream. For my own collection purposes, because I also kind of want to also do the battling, and then also, just to have something else that may end up being a pretty good game in the future. But all that stuff being said, as again you see on the side there, we're now getting into non-racial units, characters. What I would really like to do, and it's going to take the support of you fine folks out there, is to kind of not fully transition, because we're going to probably continue for a long time to do these collections of different stuff. But I would really like to transition about half of my time, if not a little more than that, on stream here and or on the channel in general, into my own creations. Because I think, and it's not just going to be my own creations, it's going to be, you know, my creations plus everyone who helps in the creations of those things. That won't just be mine anymore, because they can be thought of as ours then. You know, once there's other people involved, then it's not just mine. Maybe my brainchild at first and things like that, but you know, I would hope that a lot more people would start taking ownership. And of course, as the channel grows, as the more close-knit community of you could say, you know, the developers in a sense grows, and we even make, you know, a more official established company, perhaps, if you will, Nerds Templar Games, then it will, in a very official capacity, be more than just me doing this and more than just my products. But for now, it is, I guess. But that's why I say it's going to take the help of all of you out there, whether it's just chilling with us and helping to grow the community by your presence and by liking and subscribing. Well, being subscribed and then liking videos and watching them. Just watching them honestly helps a lot too. Getting that watch time in is great. And then also giving you advice, tips on what you can for at the moment. But as this stuff grows, we'll be getting into, you know, true alpha and beta testing of different games. Eventually even being able to do video games. But I'll probably try to stay away from doing too much of that. Although we probably still will. They'll be probably more interactive and multiplayer than anything single player, though. And also then, yeah, we'll have a ton of cool board games, trading card games, role-playing games, tabletop, all different kinds of things. It's going to be great. And they're all going to be filled with their own universes. And all of this stuff is going to be pretty much nothing like you've seen before, I would say, because it's not going to be woke. And everything we know in our society for the past century has been pretty much woke or you know, the pre-woke stuff, just modernism basically. So this is going to be a lot of this stuff is going to be pretty much unlike you've ever seen before. And I think that's what, I mean, that's one thing that gives its uniqueness, I suppose. More than that, it's, I hope, something that will draw all those good people out there that know that there's something wrong with most of the stuff that they take part in, but there's just like no other option. So the goal is to give other options, and not just to give other options, but to give better options, the best options. So that's why I need help from other people, not just me, because I can't make the best things on my own here. I can help maybe to make better things. And I think it's easy when you get, you know, good, virtuous. No, I'm not saying I'm like some kind of saint. I'm definitely not a saint. I wish I was. That's my goal in life. My one goal in life is to become a saint, as any person should be. Number one goal. And because of that, it's not hard for people who are striving on that path to come together and make better things that are out there, being made by people who don't think like that, who are woke, who are just out there to just destroy society, whether they know it or not. And so, yeah, if you're one of those people that wants to help in that, please join the Discord, join the community, be a Temple nerd along with us. It's going to be a great ride. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be fun. There you see, well, I don't think it's time quite yet for that, but getting close there to, we've gone through basically all of the units here for the trading card game. the first. I guess what we were looking at were both the trading card game and the other trading card. There's 2 trading card games we were looking at. Both universes have one. The second one, whether we're not going to check out here, check out this stream to see the rest of the stream, to see the Wildlands stuff, which is more cartoon-like, more child-friendly. Not that this isn't. This is also child-friendly, but the Wildlands games are for even younger kids, and the trading card game is actually going to be like the simplified version, a very simplified version of the bigger trading card game. And it should be a really good introduction to trading card games for kids, and not just that, but specifically then an intro to Fantasy Age, the trading card game, which is what you're seeing potential art samples for here, for potential real art, because again, this is just AI generated stuff. Those are supposed to be green looking guys. Those are trolls, not giant characters. Those are troll beasts, which are different than all the units. All the race units are humans. Well, like human, they're all persons, you could say. Humans, elves, giants, dwarves, they're persons. All the neutral characters are beasts, if you will. So when you see a troll, or you see a goblin or something, maybe, or an orc or something like that, or ogre, they look like humans, but they're not. They don't have intelligence, if you will. They don't have the rational faculty that we do. Yeah, that's one thing that you're not going to get in all those other games out there. You just don't get it. You don't get that distinction between humans, or if you will, persons, because we're delving into fantasy, sure. So it's not just humans, it's elves and dwarves and giants as well. But they're persons, right? Like even angels have intelligence. Whereas there's then animals who don't have rational faculties like we do. They're completely, totally, utterly different. Animals will never be sitting there doing philosophy or writing Hamlet or something like that. Not even a monkey or a whale, even if they had thumbs. Or whatever, dolphins, whatever other animal is supposedly very smart, almost as smart as humans, quote unquote, as they say. No, there's a vast distinction between persons and non-person animals. That being intelligence. And will, because those two things go hand in hand. And these are the kinds of things that you're going to get in these games. They're not, I mean, this is a Catholic, very traditional Catholic channel, but that doesn't, in the game, it's going to come from the games will come from a traditional Catholic Christian company, right? Being Nerds Templar games. But that doesn't mean they're all going to be like religious oriented. These have nothing to do with religion. It's just that they're coming from a traditional realism philosophy instead of like an Aristotelian metaphysical philosophy, rather than the modernist Cartesian dualism or something like that, or worse, like, yeah. So that's like the big difference. You're going to get just a totally different metaphysical outlook, a totally different moral outlook, all of that. It's going to be, again, based on truth rather than woke communism. So that is why you should be a Temple nerd. And I'm kind of just rambling now as we check out, I guess, like the last few of these images. I was just going to take you to the Black Dragon here because he's the last one. I have some other things I was going to go over on. I do go over, I should say, in this stream here in a moment. Before I go over the Wildlands characters, which probably are like around here or something, where that starts. I didn't talk about them for very long, but I do talk about, there's like, like your spell cards or your trainer cards in this game as well. And so instead of being like a character card, right, I was just going over like what they all do to try to get some artwork for those as well. If someone wants to make non-character artwork, Although those would be, a lot of those would maybe have characters in them, people or beasts, animals, whatever. Some might not, or some don't have to, or whatever. So there's those as well, but we won't see those. Those would have come next, but we're going to end this stream here. I appreciate all y'all out there for chilling. Again, this is just our little Quartermaster stream. Don't have a ton to talk about right now. Maybe the next stream will probably have a little more to talk about in the way of things for sale, because I will be adding in. Oh yeah, and I also meant to mention, we'll probably also talk about next time on by way of eBay stuff. More of my sports cards I might talk about and have those a little more sorted, where I might do like on eBay bulk sales of different sets of cards, like NFL Pro set from 1990 or whatever. I'll sell like all my cards from that together in one bulk lot, things like that. So I might talk about and check out those next time, as well as the other like EX and holos and stuff like that from SV series, Scarlet Violet series Pokemon cards that I might be posting as well. You might also see that legendary unhollowed Diablo card from Lorcana going up for sale soonish for about $35 or so. I guess that's all I got, fellas. Hope you enjoyed. Come chill with me for the Pokemon Collection stream tomorrow, 6 p.m.-ish, maybe a little bit after that. But, be prepared around 6 p.m. to start watching for that, for me to go live. Hit that bell notification after you've subscribed. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys. Enjoy the end of the Black Dragons. I'm Randy. This is Nerds Templar. Peace.